Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is March 27th, 2024, and this is my weekly trade review for the week of March 18th through the 22nd. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump right over to the charts, and I'll explain again. I think I'm actually post this one out here. I've been doing this, but I just haven't been posting them out there. I go through this to help train my brain to be able to see what's happening in the market and do this one particular strategy if it's there or not. The week of March 18th through the 22nd, it only gave me 2 trades, and I think I'm almost pretty sure I did take a couple trades that I am sure that I took a couple of trades based on the strategy last week, just based on that strategy. And the thing is, this just for you guys who are new to me, this is a strategy that I used to use on the Qs. And all it is that first 5-minute candle. If it's green, I look to play it up. If it's red, I look to play it down. But it's a ton more stuff that goes along with it to make a decision. Do you actually play it in that direction and all? And I'm not going into that at all. I'm just putting this out here, something that you guys can study, because the way I found out about it, somebody was talking about it, and we had me and a friend. Well, I had went to a thing, and I had heard this young guy talking about 5-minute play, 5-minute play, 5-minute play. Then we found somebody else. They had a set of DVDs out on 5-minute play, 5-minute play, 5-minute play on the NASDAQ. This was all on the NASDAQ at the time. And so we started looking into it, and we found out we got some data, some 5-minute data for a few years. I think it was like 10 to 15 years of data that we actually went through, throwed it into an Excel spreadsheet, did some testing, figured out, okay, does this thing actually really work? And we kind of said, not that great. But then once we start tweaking it with a few of our rules and saying, okay, we don't trade when this is happening, we don't trade when this is happening, and all that kind of stuff, it got it up to, once we started dwindling, taking stuff out and filtering stuff out of the thing, it got where it was working 70%. It was over 70% of the time. It would be a good trade. So again, we kind of knew what we were looking at, we knew what we were looking for. So when we actually looking at the market in the morning, we know when, okay, this thing is going to work. It's kind of like all the stars align, and we know that we can take that trade. But again, like I said, at times it don't. And this week, it's like only 2 days actually really worked based on what I was seeing in the market on IWM. Again, and all that data and all that back testing and studying and manipulating data in the Excel spreadsheet and manipulating formulas was done on the Qs. I'm just trying to now just kind of like manually go through it and see what I see here on IWM. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and get to the trade review. That is a Friday. I'm going to go here to Monday, and you'll hear me, if you listen to these, I'll say kind of like no trade, trade. And again, you can probably figure out some of the rules and some of the things why I may trade or may not trade and all. And I'll just say it. First of all, here on Monday on March 31st, I'm going to zoom in just here on the morning, because usually that's all we're really looking at. This is the first 5-minute candle here. I'm going to just zoom in right here, because usually and that's the other thing, we're usually in and out of these trades less than 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Sometimes it may take all day for us to actually make our money, because again, but still, it's all the trend is always your friend. And that's another part of the rules and all. If you end up staying into that trade and it ends up being longer than what you expected, are you on the right side of the market? So on this day, no trade, doji. Doji is one of the things, if it's a doji. And again, you have to define what is a doji to you. To us, this is a doji, and it's kind of like a no trade and all. So next day. Tuesday. I'll zoom in here and all. Green candle, 5-minute green candle, first trade, near previous day low, no trade. One of the things one of the things is this candle is what I was seeing this on the Qs also. As the Qs was going up in price, we started getting these large candles and all. And these large candles, sometimes the move that we was expecting to make was done within the first 5 minutes. This candle right here from a 99.70 all the way up to a 2090 moved over $1. So if you're trading options and all, and you're trading at the money, that's over 50 cents on that trade. And a lot of times, back then, all we was looking to get was 10 cents on the trade. Now I look to get the 20 to 50 cents on my trades. But again, I know this thing, it can move that dollar and all, but this dollar has already moved and all. So if I want to play it, I have to play it back. I started also coming out on the cues what I was calling my next best play. It was NBP and all, those who remember all that stuff that I used to do back then. But here, again, is no play. So next day, first candle is just too large. Wednesday. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit here. We can see that some kind of announcement or something was made and this market decided to run later on in the day. And again, that's where you get back on the trend as your friend. But to me, again, this right here was a doji. So a doji, no play at all. So that was it for the 5-minute play. There's other trades in the day that I actually will take and all, but based on that 5-minute play, no trade and all, because again, doji, we don't know. It's hard. It's a doji, as if you've been watching my candle pattern thing, doji is indecision in the market. So we don't want to be trading based on indecision in the market. So go to next day, Thursday. I'm going to just zoom in right here. And green candle, this is the first nice green candle on the for the first 5 minutes. It's not too large, it's not too small at all, and you kind of expect the market to kind of like continue in that direction. Plus you had some pre-market stuff that was actually happening, coming already. This market was already on the move to the upside. And the thing with options, the reason why we wait kind of like 5 minutes, you kind of let that first little opening volatility come out of the price of those options a little bit usually and all, and so that's when you're looking to go long and all after 5 minutes. And again, it's all based on your trading rules, your trading strategies that we have. Do you take it right away or do you wait for a pullback like what you see right here and all? And again, you also got to come up with, okay, where do I enter? What's my entry? What's my stop? What's my target? And all, and based on my pivots and my other things right here, I do have, again, they're all lined up for me, based on the way I trade. And then how much do you expect to get on those trades? And like I say, anywhere from 10 to 50 cents to over $1 at times, the way the market is these days. So, but Friday, and all. Let's go to Friday and take a look at that. Friday, zoom in here. And the reason I'm only zooming in just because I'm usually done, by 12 o'clock. And 11 o'clock, I'm usually heading to the gym. 10:30, 11, I'm heading to the gym. I'm heading out on my bicycle. Right here, red candle to the downside. Red candle to the downside, that's a play. And the thing is, if you had got into this trade right away, you didn't get that confirmation candle of that. You ended up getting a green candle back to the upside. And I remember about the same thing happened on the Qs on Friday, so that's why it looks very familiar to me, because we was trading the Qs this past Friday, and I remember the other guy, he played this to the downside and the Qs came down to a point a lot faster and gave us a bounce. On here, again, red candle to the downside is a play. Again, another one of my rules, under pivot, stay under pivot. So again, I expect it to come back under pivot, and that'll be a nice entry just coming back over, then under pivot and playing it to the downside, or waiting until it actually really break this. Because the other thing with the things that we used when we were doing the studies on the Qs, we would see a lot of times that it would break that, in this case, low. And then once it breaks that low, it can go lower enough to get us that 10 cents or more on those particular trades. That's what we were seeing on the Q, on the NASDAQ. Now I'm trying to see, do I see that same thing here on IWM and all? I don't know yet. I've been doing it. I haven't been doing this consistently and all, but I'm starting to do it pretty consistent this year and all. Yeah. And that's what I see. Again, that red to the downside did play out. It would have been kind of tricky and all. And based on the way we looking at things, we never got to close below that high. So if we had got into this trade, we would have held on to this thing until it got down and made the money that we was expecting to make. And that's it. That's all I really want to share. This is just the beginning of this, and this is all, again, as you can see, I don't have any other indicators on here. There are additional indicators that I do actually use. So you're not seeing everything when it comes to my complete setup. And you do not have all the rules. That's why I'm saying you need to study this and come up with your own set of rules on how you want to play this. Even if you want to play this strategy, this is just a morning scalp trade. Based on, I always say, how much can you lift? Are you going to be trading one contract, two contracts, or what are you going to be trading, when you do this particular trade? Because this is going to be a very risky trade. Because if it goes against you and you're trading too much, you won't be able to get out of these things fast enough. How fast the market actually tends to move in the morning between 9:30 and 10:30, So that's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader, trying to do something, add something different. And I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do. Was I going to go back to my day trading thing? Was I going to try to do some look at some longer term type stuff? And all that I kind of do also. But I really like to stay away. The long-term stuff, I would like to do something kind of different than what we kind of do at Right Side Trading, just looking at stuff again and not really getting, and then because I have there's another guy I know out there who trades in a certain way, and he wouldn't mind if I actually even shared that, as long as I don't get into many details of actually what's going on there. And just like this, I'm not really into that many details of what's going on here. And just kind of like showing you a framework of a trading strategy. In my opinion, that's all it really is. There's so many other parts to this strategy. But you're seeing everything that happens in the market right there. Now it's just build you some rules and some strategies around that. And that's it. That's all I want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you guys end up having a great weekend. And happy Easter. Talk to you later. Those who celebrate Easter, talk to you later. Bye.